Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about the market itself and make my daily commentary about it. First off, I want to talk about the ADP data. As you, first off, I want to talk about the, unemployment. First off, I want to talk about the unemployment data which has came today. It was 4.4. It was expecting 4.5 and little bit below the what was expected. The last month it was came by 4.6. So this is says us when we look at the economic table, the GDP growth is very good. Also, inflation going down, and there's not very much unemployment crisis at the moment. So uh, there is not no such a crisis at the moment for the U.S. economy and U.S. markets. So uh, things are going pretty well. When we look at this, the S&P 500 just way to its all-time high again with the I don't know how many time did it passed its all-time high since the last week, because every day it always passes its all-time high, as you can see over here. All-time high. This is not also all-time high, like in 3 times over a week. So this is a really good bullish sign, and my prediction is I think it will be go to the 7,300 from here. As you can see, this is a Fibonacci level. I can show you in the weekly. This is the weekly one. In the short period, it can be go to 7,400 levels. So I am bullish with the S&P 500 with the AI hype. Okay, so when I continue with the Dow Jones is again made its all-time high and going for its all-time high because the unemployment data was great, and there is not much problem for the US economy at the moment. So the markets are not seeing a problem for the moment. So they're always going for the all-time high. Well, if I have to talk about the Nasdaq, sorry, Nasdaq, I told you about the Nasdaq was fall behind from its brothers like S&P and the Dow Jones at that moment. But right now, the Nasdaq is going for up for its all-time high with like there's a 2.5 gap over there, and it will try to go there because the S&P go to its all-time high and break its all-time high. Dow Jones also go and broke its all-time high, but Nasdaq didn't. So Nasdaq have a 2.5 gap over there to catch up its brothers. Also Nasdaq is a little bit more volatile, and it can be bring us like 4 point sorry 3 point half or something like that. This is a good sign. Well, if I have to talk about the gold, the unemployment data has made gold for a better way, for upwards way. It's a bullish, but there is a negative divergence over the gold, as you can see over here. There's that it didn't happen yet. I'm sorry about the gold. It didn't happen yet because I thought it has similar, because the monitor is just away from me a little bit. Well, but if it going past through like $4,500 and something like that, if it get surpassed over it, this RSI could not ever can reach this level, and it will be a very bearish side because the negative divergence in RSI is a bad thing for you all you know. And if I have to talk about the silver, okay, there is a this is more clear. Silver has a negative divergence over here. Oops, sorry. If I have to talk about the silver, I would never buy silver at the moment because, as you can see over here, there's a negative divergence over here with the RSI, and silver just came too much, like 70% over the 47 days. It is a too much for the silver, and I don't think these levels will be permanent, and I think, for my opinion, it will be go down like 59, 60 or something like that. We will see what's going to happen. If I have to continue with the platinum has a negative divergence over here with the unemployment data's situation. It came up a little bit because all the markets are going up right now, and uh, my forecast is it will be go through like 1900 or something like that. So I will not buy commodities at the moment. For me, if I'm talking about myself. Well, the Bitcoin. If I have to talk about the Bitcoin just went down and stayed for the 80,000 levels for 50 days. So it didn't go down. As you can see over here, it went go down from well, if I have to go start from the beginning, the Bitcoin just went down to the 80,000 levels from well. I want just to make it clear and make a video, short video from here. So I'm going to repeat it myself again. Well, I'm very bullish about the Bitcoin at the moment because, as you can see over here, the Bitcoin was 125 in October 2025, and it gone down to the 80.6 thousand, 80,600 levels. It's 35% loose, and if you go into the daily and look at what did happen, as you can see over, this is a capitulation needle. It went really down, and I was watching there. It was in Turkey time, like +3. It opened the day and it was going like this, and then suddenly bam happened. And right now, uh, at that moment, I understand that it was a liquidity hunt and looking for a how may I say, make fear people, make to fear people to sell their Bitcoin. But until then, there are 50 days passed through there, and pass through that, and it never go through that level. So it went to the Kaufman moving average, go down, Kaufman moving down, and it passed this Kaufman moving average, and it gone down, and it made a support from here, 90,800. So I am bullish about the Bitcoin for the moment, and for the short run, I expect it to go to $99.5 thousand for the short run, and we will see what's going to be happen at that moment. Well, if I have to talk about the Ethereum just went out to the Kaufman moving average and went down, and at the moment it is made its ground, it's solid or not. It checked it, and it seems it have checked and ground is solid. So if the Bitcoin goes up, I suggest also the Ethereum, because Ethereum's technicals are really good for the moment. If I have to talk about the XRP went up really good. It made a bottom through here, 1.8, and stayed there, and then it came bam. But over the period, as you can see, there's a little bit triangle happening over here, and it going upward sides to the triangle and got rejected from it, and it gained the support from the Kaufman moving average. Even the American markets are open right now, and I think, but I'm not very sure about this, but because it's too risky, maybe it can be go through like this side again, and if it go past it, it can be go through like 3.6 double. Well, we will going to see what's going to happen. I'm not very hopeful about XRP like Bitcoin, but whenever the Bitcoin goes up, all the Ethereum and XRP will be follow it. So if the Bitcoin goes up and got passed through like 100,000, XRP could break this triangle. So if I have to talk about the XMR just tried its all-time high and gone back and check this ground is solid or not. As you can see in the weekly, this is a support level. It broke it, and it made a retest if the ground is solid or not, and now right now it's going for the upper sides to break its all-time high. It seems like, because this seems a very bullish at the moment. Sorry for the Bollinger Band. It seems really good, even if it can't, but maybe if can't, but maybe they can't. Maybe Monero will not surpass its all-time high level, but even It can be go to like 478, and we will see about it. But my sincere opinion, it will be pass it, and it will be break its all-time high. So we will going to see what going to be happening in a couple of weeks or days or something like that. Thank you for watching. See you all.